After you take your piece of wood, you're going to want to choose which style artwork you want to place in the middle for your design and choose 2 colors. I suggest using a lighter color for your background and a darker color for whatever your words or design is. We're gonna do the background first, and then once that dries, we'll go ahead and put the stencil for your design. If you want to leave a wood border or edge, you can take painter's tape and just place it down, making sure that you've got a good seal there around your edge, and that's gonna give a wood finish. You could stain it even later if you wanted to. And it'll create a border for you of the wood. If you wanted the corners to look more rounded instead of square, you could take a small extra piece of your tape and go diagonal on each of the corners. I'm not going to do that on this one, but that's an option for you. And then you want to take your thick brush, and with the thick brush, use the color that's going to be your background. And just like if you were to use painter's tape for painting a wall at home, you want to be careful that you're not dragging it under the painter's tape. And you can make this thick so you've got really thick coverage, or you can do it so you can see some of the wood through it if you wanted more of a rustic look. I do encourage you though to keep your brush strokes all in one direction. So I'm going up and down on mine with the wood of the grain, just for it to look more cohesive. Okay, after this is all coated, you're gonna need to let this dry for a little bit. I'm gonna leave the tape on when I do my stencil and take it off at the very end. But as this dries, that'd be a good time for you to get a snack, get a beverage. You can fan it to try to get it to dry faster, but it will need a minute before you start to put the stencil over it with the carbon paper. If at any point you run out of your base color paint, just go ahead back up to get more of the same color. And see if there's any spots you need to fill in before it starts to get too sticky from starting to dry. Okay, for the first part, that's it. Now let this dry for a minute. If it's tacky, you still want to give it another minute.